Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. Loretto Mustangs. Summertown Eagles. Lawrence County Wildcats. This is the X Sports Network.
Southern Tennessee Orthopedics welcomes orthopedic surgeon Dr. Paul Thomas. Count on Dr. Paul Thomas, podiatrist Dr. James Barksdale, and nurse practitioner Doug Ead at Southern Tennessee Orthopedics to keep your life in motion. Injuries and foot pain can rob you of the activities you enjoy most. So our team is here, close to home, to address the pain and to get you moving again. Southern Tennessee Orthopedics, from the routine to the unforeseen, you can count on us. To learn more, visit southerntennesseemedicalgroup.com or to schedule an appointment, call 931-762-4400.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Don't just find a job, find a career with Resource MFG. The team at Resource MFG in Lawrenceburg has the resources and experience to find you a full or part-time position right away. Now recruiting for open positions in Lawrence, Giles, and Murray counties. Whether you're entering the workforce for the first time or looking to take your career to the next level, let your journey begin with Resource MFG. Located at 300 Ellingson Street in Lawrenceburg. Phone 931-570-2111 to jumpstart your career today.
Tired of driving into the city every time you need appliances, furniture, or heck, just about anything? Next time, stay local and come to Swap and Shop Center. We have everything you want, from computers to furniture, major appliances, lawn and garden tools, electronics, you name it. Our #1 goal is to get you the items you need at a price you can afford. We even offer 120 days same as cash financing. We won't be undersold. We specialize in service after the sale. We pick up where everyone else leaves off. Swap and Shop Center, family owned and operated in Lawrenceburg for over 61 years.
Tennessee Flight Training. We are training the next generation of pilots. Come and see why Tennessee Flight Training is the best way to learn to fly. Tennessee Flight Training. The skies are calling.
Do you have a small farm, a big farm, or just critters in the backyard to feed? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you need to make the short drive down to A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee today. Owner and operator Jamie Ayers has you covered and will treat you right. That's A&B Feeds in Etheridge, Tennessee.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
From the X Sports Network, this is Lawrence County High School basketball.
And welcome everybody back to Ralph Benson Memorial Gym after a week and a half off, and Elsa's Palace has finally melted down. It's time for some high school basketball here district-wise at Lawrence County. A doubleheader here between the Tigers of Murfreesboro Central and the Wildcats of Lawrence County. AJ Good joined alongside Hayden Burks, Dusty Kaiser, and Not Crash, Kevin Wright. And guys, it's been a while. It feels like it's been a month, but it's been a while since we've had some live high school basketball.
I thought about it this morning on my way to work, guys. It's like, man, I mean, I know we had our show last Wednesday, awesome time, but just to sit in the gym, it's been a minute. And
go ahead, Dusty.
It's beach week. You know, we were just talking about it off air, Hayden, and, you know, it does suck for these kids. It's not being able to be in here, but, hey, we're going to have fun anyways.
Yeah, absolutely, especially, like you said, Dusty, finally being back in the basketball gym, because we didn't know when we were going to play again. All the games were being rescheduled, school being out. We didn't know when the kids were going to go back. They're still out of school, and I believe school got canceled for tomorrow, but, hey, at least we're finally able to see some Wildcat basketball, especially being back in our home at the Ralph.
First of three we're going to have here this week. You got Tullahoma coming here, a reschedule from last week, and then you got Giles County on Friday. Still got to make up the Marshall County game, but at Marshall County. But if you're looking at it from Lawrence County's perspective, you got all these games. You're going to cram them in a row, but at least you get them at home here and a chance to really kind of get above the standings for both the girls and the boys here this week.
And you know, people don't realize, but it feels like it's early, but it's not. This isn't early in the season. And these games mean so much. Starting tonight, I mean, people don't think Murfreesboro's a district game.
Absolutely, and then obviously both of these two teams are 2-0 to start district for both the Lady Cats and the Lady Tigers of Murfreesboro Central.
Now we're going to pause here for the invocation and the national anthem. And that was the Big Gold Machine bringing you tonight's national anthem. Taking a look at the starting five here for both sides. Starting first with the Tigers from Murfreesboro Central. Got Bethany Jackson, Clara Johnson, Addison Melton, Julia Scheibel, and Madison Stanley. Be the starting five for Central Magnet in their black uniforms, white numerals outlined in gold. For the Lady Cats, you got Sophie Cole, Cammie Pigg, Cambry Tennant, J.C. Scott, and fresh off the DL, the disabled list, Sadie Grace Cole in the starting lineup tonight. Central Magnet coming in at 13-7 overall, 2-0 within the district. Their head coach is Alan Bush. For the Lady Cats, 10-8 overall and 2-0 within the district as well here. So, guys, chance here for either side to get to the top of the brackets here, top of the standings, and have that advantage, which, face it at this point, we've only got 3 weeks left in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. This is such a big game for both teams, you know, boys and girls, but for the Lady Cats right here, put us at a win, you know, we're on the top. And then, you know, I know we're going to start our travel here in just a little bit. We're going to have to get on the road, but I like our chances.
Absolutely, and basically what you were saying, Dusty, you know, both these teams are both 2-0. This is a very good Murfreesboro Central Magnet team, and also these Lady Cats, they finally starting to figure it out a little bit. They've gotten hot. They've got several people that have played very well, like Sophie Cole. The previous game, she had 20 points for the Lady Cats. Cambry Tennant had 16 against Franklin County the last time they played, and then obviously J.C. Scott, and now you got Sadie Grace Cole back in the lineup for the Lady Cats. So, I mean, hey, with a win here tonight, they're going to be 3-0 in the district, and, I mean, that'll be huge, especially with only 3 weeks left in district play.
And when you look at it here, keys to the game for the Lady Cats, it's not necessarily execution. It's not hustle. They've done a good job all season. And I keep repeating it and keep saying it. I know it sounds dumb, but Wendy Scott has said it herself. It's all about making shots for this team.
It is. And I've been kind of on them a lot about the foul shots, and I'm gonna stay there because it's so important, especially getting deep in the season like this. We got to make those foul shots. But I will say, we're coming off this crazy snow week. They had just as much as we did on the most part. So we know that the practice that these girls have had has not been what they both teams would want coming in. So that part of it is going to be on an even playing field, I think.
Absolutely. And then you got Sadie Grace Cole coming back as well.
Now it's time for Lady Cat basketball here on the X Sports Network. Tip is won by the Tigers. Addison Melton going to start off with it. Correction in the starting lineup. It's Reagan Brandon instead of Julia Scheibel for the Tigers. And Stanley at the top of the key now swings over to Melton. Melton will try a three, and she hits it. Get things going here for Murfreesboro Central. Tennant brings it over the timeline here for the Lady Cats. Bounce pass over J.C. Scott. Scott now to Pigg at the top of the key, over to Tennant. Tennant at the wing. Works it down low to Pigg. Pigg turns, nice move off the glass, and rolls in. Lady Cats cut the lead to 1.
Good little spin move there by Cammie Pigg. Fakes it to the middle and spins back right and lays it up with the right hand.
And a travel going to be called here against Bethany Jackson. First turnover for either side. As Tennant will bring it up the court here for Lawrence County, wearing their white uniform, starting off going from right to left on your screen. Murfreesboro Central will be going from left to right. Kick out here to Pigg at the top of the key. Now over to Scott. Scott skip pass over to Sadie Grace. She'll try corner three. Back iron, no. And a rebound. One here by Stanley. Now quickly moving it ahead here to Johnson. Johnson pull-up jumper hits it.
Good transition basketball.
It's a 5-2 Tiger lead. They move it quickly the other way to Pigg. Pigg picks up her dribble. Looking for somebody. Eventually finds J.C. Scott. Now to Sadie Grace.
Oh, somebody's got to be open.
And she carries there. That ball got just a bit away from her.
It did.
First Lady Cat turnover. Decent crowd here for... I feel like I say for everybody. We're getting a bit of cabin fever.
Yes, we are. I think everybody is. I know my two kids are.
Johnson with it. This one's going to be knocked and stolen away by Sophie Cole. Cole, skip pass over to Tennant. Tennant will try a three.
Boom.
She hits it, and the Lady Cats have tied it up at 5.
Don't leave her open.
Melton, now over to Jackson. Matchup zone put on here. Now Melton with it. Throws it down low here for Brand. Her shot is up and in, and it's a 7-5 Tiger lead.
They got to get on that backside help when they're going to a 3-2 zone.
Tennant hands over to Sadie Grace. Now over to Sophie. Hands over to Scott. Scott spins, kicks out to Sophie. She'll try a three. Off the back iron, no. And Tennant's going to track down the offensive rebound, gives it over to Sadie Grace. Cole, now over to Scott. Scott will drive, left-handed layup off the glass and in, and the Lady Cats have tied it up.
For a fast-paced game so far, Dusty. Both teams are getting back and forth.
Well, and that kind of fits into our way we play, you know. We don't always have to get back in our set.
And that's going to be another turnover there as Melton lost it. That's the third turnover by Murfreesboro Central. 5:05 remaining here in the first quarter, all tied up at 7. Tennant over the timeline, man-to-man put on here by the Tigers. Pig, now over to Scott, swings over to Tennant. Tennant drives to the baseline and kicks it out to Pig. Pig spins in the paint, picks up her dribble, and a jump ball called that will stay with Lawrence County.
And you know, Dusty, I know we haven't seen it much often, but obviously another key to the game I feel like that the Lady Cats need to do tonight is own the rebounds.
They've done such a great job in Giles County.
Pig drives, left-handed layup, banks it in, and the Lady Cats lead at 9-7.
Oh, almost a steal, but.
And they're going to dribble it out of bounds again, the fourth turnover against Murfreesboro Central. Ryan Hughes now will check in for the Lady Cats. And checking out will be Sadie Grace Cole. 4:37 remaining here in the first. Lady Cats already 4 of 6 from the field. A good shooting start here for this team. Cole now dribbles to her left. Has an open J.C. Scott on the low block. Shot up, no. And a rebound by Melton. Melton now will bring it up the court.
I feel like there's a little bit of body in that.
Melton goes up, just loses that one, and Hughes comes down with it. Fifth turnover by the Tigers. Cole, had an open Hughes. Now to Tennant. Here to J.C. Scott. Quick release three. Back iron, no. Offensive rebound, Sophie Cole. Her shot is up and in. And the Lady Cats lead this one 11-7. Already 4 second chance points. Halfway through the first, Melton brings it over the timeline. Now over to Jackson. Jackson here right on the Mickey Dunn Court logo.
Watch your backside.
Brand here in the corner. Now back to Jackson. Over to Melton. Melton will reset the play here for the Tigers. Guarded here by Tennant. Over to Brand. Brand now to Stanley, almost stolen away. She'll try a pull-up jumper. Hits it. 11-9 now is the Lady Cat lead. Murfreesboro Central 4 of 4 from the field so far.
Both teams just shooting.
Cole dribbles over to the right wing. Now has Cammie Pig at the top of the key. Pig will drive, runner up, block into the hands of Melton. Melton quickly ahead here to Jackson. Jackson now to Melton, give and go. Melton tough shot up, in, and she is fouled, and she's got a chance here at the M1.
First foul of the game.
That's going to go on Hughes, her first and the team's first. Lainey K. King will check into the game, and checking out will be Tennant. And Melton hits the free throw. She leads all scorers with 6, and the Tigers retake the lead at 12-11. Under 3 minutes left to play in the opening quarter. Cole over the timeline. Now bounce pass to Hughes on the low block. Ryan goes up, shot up in, and she's fouled. And she's got a chance here at the AM1. That freshman continues to improve with every game.
Every game. Just so strong.
That will go on Brand, her first, team's first. Hughes' shot here at the AM1 off the back iron, no, and a rebound by Jackson. Melton brings it up the court. Dribbles here, as at the right wing. Almost looks like a box of 1-2-1-2 zoners. Melton drive, shot up, no. That's their first miss. Sophie Cole came up with the rebound, and then she was fouled. That's going to go on Jackson, her first, team second. as Frazier will come in for Cammie Pick.
We should get the ball on the side, but it don't matter.
No pressure, doesn't matter. Cole over the timeline. And man-to-man put on by the Tigers to give it to Hughes. Hughes drives, runner up, no. Rebound by Jackson. Jackson brings it up the court. Back out to Melton. Melton drives the baseline, runner up, no, and a rebound by J.C. Scott.
Oh, look up, look up.
Scott over the timeline. Now to Sophie Cole. She'll try a three. Rattles out, no, and a rebound by Melton. Melton's pulled down 3 boards already, under 2 left to play in the first. Guarded by King, over to Stanley. Now out to Brand, swings over to Melton. Skip pass over to Brand. They are playing way off Brand. Now over to Melton. Melton with it beyond the 3-point line. Over to Stanley. Stanley drives, picks up her dribble, gets a shot up and in, and she's got 4. They've retaken the lead here at 14-13.
Man, they're just swapping blows.
Scott goes backdoor to Frazier. Bounce pass here to Hughes, and it's stolen away by Jackson. A jump ball called. Will go to Murfreesboro Central. Tenham will come into the game. Checking out is Sophie Cole. Bram will check out, and Scheibel will check in for the Tigers. Minute 10 left. Tigers with a 14-13 lead. Melton over the timeline, guarded by King. Now over to Johnson. Back to Melton at the top of the key. Back over to Johnson. Here to Melton, under a minute left. Now to Jackson. Back to Melton. Over to Johnson in the corner. And that pass stolen away by J.C. Scott. 6th turnover by the Tigers. And Scott's going to be fouled by Jackson. Her first, team's 3rd. Sub here for the Tigers. Riley McMillian. And checking out will be Clara Johnson. 41 seconds remaining here in the opening 8. Tenham will bring it up the court. Looking for somebody. Picks up her dribble and eventually hands off to J.C. Scott. Scott guarded by Melton. Good on good here. 20 seconds left. Now over to Tenham. And Tenham is...
She called it travel? They called it travel.
Are you kidding me?
She got shoved in the back.
Come on.
Jenna Johnston will check into the game. And checking out will be J.C. Scott. Getting in the Melton as they pressure with 15 seconds left. Jackson, guarded by King. Dribbles to the top of the key under 10 seconds. Picks up her dribble over to Melton. 5 seconds, and Melton is fouled from behind.
Wow.
It's on Tenham. Her first, team second of the first quarter. Clock stops at 5 seconds left. Get it to Stanley. Stanley drives. Triple team comes. And a jump ball will be called. That will go to Lawrence County. 7th turnover against the Tigers with 0.8 seconds left. Not much you can do in this situation. Tennant gets it in to Johnson, and that one will end the first quarter. After 8 minutes of play, a high-scoring affair so far. Central Magnet leads 14-13. At the start of the second, we return here on the X Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I'm from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
And back here at the Ralph, Central Magnet leading 14-13 after the first 8 minutes of play. Original starting lineup back into the game here for the Lady Cats. Skip pass over to Jackson. Central Magnet starts off with the ball. McMillian inside the Stanley. Stanley kicks out here to Jackson for three off the front of the iron. No. And another rebound here by Sophie Cole. Cole with numbers over to J.C. Scott. Quick release three. She hits it. She's got 5. Lady Cats lead by 2.
Well, I tell you what, that quick release, as you call it, AJ, it is smooth.
Not much time. It's like the quarterback that knows you got to get rid of it quick.
Yes.
Jackson kicks here to Scheibel. Scheibel over to Stanley. Lawrence County with that zone. McMillian now over to Melton. In the corner here to Jackson. Pressure here by J.C. Scott. Picks up her dribble. And gets it to Stanley. Stanley's going to drive. Left-handed layup. No, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2. It's the first on Sadie Grace. Team's first of the second quarter.
Yeah, and there's kind of really nothing you can do there, AJ,
No.
because both teams, they were kind of, they were going for the steal, and the defense kind of just got all out of sorts there. So there was really nothing you can do at that point. Just try to play good defense and not foul.
First free throw from Stanley off the front of the iron. No good. Gotta love the band. Next free throw on its way. Rattles in. She's got 5. And the Lady Cat leads down to 1. Cabry Tennant brings it up the court for the Lady Cats. Bounce pass over to Sadie Grace. Kicks out to Sophie at the top. The key guarded by Jackson. Over to Tennant. Tennant drives the baseline. Kicks out to J.C. Scott. Another three-point attempt. And another 3.
Both in the same spot.
In the same spot.
Back-to-back threes. It's a 4-point Lady Cat lead. Scott with 8. Melton over the timeline.
One more and I'll let her name that spot.
And another turnover by the Tigers. Their 8th. Just a bit out of Jackson's reach, like most of Josh Allen's throws the other night.
That's terrible,
no
man.
No cap, as the kids would say. Or except for that touchdown to Stephon Diggs. He missed short. Nice pass down low here. Tammy Pitt goes up. She gets fouled, and she'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
And good job by Sadie Grace Cole to feed J.C. Scott. That was flashing to the high post. Was able to find Cami Pig down low.
Stanley's second foul. Team's first of the second. Guys, they're really working the paint here.
They are. And I was fixing to say that. And that bounce pass from Sadie Grace, you can't just toss it in there.
First free throw attempt missed by Pig. Here comes the second. Hits 1 of 2. It's a 20-15 lead here for the Lady Cats. 6 points off of those 8 Murfreesboro Central turnovers. Jackson now over to Melton. Melton back to Jackson. Jackson drives, kicks out the Scheibel in the corner. Over to Jackson. Now inside the Stanley. Stanley turnaround jumper, hits it. She's got 7, leads down to 3.
They got to step up on her.
You got to step up in and put a hand in her face.
Tennant brings it up the court. Now over to Sophie Cole. Skip pass over to Tennant. In the corner to Sadie Grace. Her bounce pass stolen away by McMillian. 4th turnover by the Lady Cats. And then a foul is called. That goes on Sadie Grace again. Her second. And the team's second here, the second quarter.
All right, she hadn't played in a couple of weeks, so she got her 2 out of her system now. She can settle in.
Melton now over to Jackson. Sophie Cole brings out the pressure over to McMillian. Over to Jackson. Now to Stanley in the corner. Back out to Jackson. Not much movement here from the Tigers.
No, it's not.
Play. Now here comes some movement. Now over to Scheibel at the top. The key swings over to Jackson. Over to McMillian. Back over to Scheibel at the left wing. Here to Jackson at the top of the key. Now over to Scheibel. Scheibel kicks out to Jackson over her head and tracks it down. And now it's a turnover to Lady Cats. Sophie Cole, bounce pass over to Sadie Grace, pull-up jumper. No.
Rebound by.
And a rebound by J.C. Scott up and in. And now they're going to check on Jackson as Laney Kate Keem will come in the game. And Johnson will check in for Jackson. King will come in for Sadie Grace. Melton. Bring it up the court. 4:40 remaining, a 5-point Lady Cat lead. Johnson with it now for the Tigers. Skip pass over to McMillian. Now over to Johnson.
She's going to steal one of them before the night's over with.
Johnson runner up, no. And a rebound by Stanley. And Stanley travels. That's the 10th turnover against Murfreesboro Central. About to reach the halfway point here, the second quarter. 5-point Lady Cat lead. Both sides shooting above 50% so far in the game. J.C. Scott here in the corner. Now out the King. Swings over to Tennant. Tennant. Skip pass over to Scott. Almost knocked away by Melton. Scott's going to drive. Runner up. No. And she is fouled. And she'll go to the line here to shoot 2. That's going to go on McMillian. That's her first and the team's second. Lady Cats have 1 of 3 from the line so far tonight. First shot from JC on its way. He hits it.
Good.
Ryan Hughes in the game. Checking out is Pig. Scheibel out. And looks like Jackson's back in. Next free throw from JC off the back iron, no. And a rebound by Jackson. Halfway through the second, McMillian kicks here to Stanley. Stanley now to an open Johnson here for 3. Back iron, no. And foul.
Oh, come on.
Hughes.
She was 2 feet behind her, guys.
That is her second and the team's third here of the second quarter. Jackson taking it out to the left of the basket. And now a timeout here will be called by Murfreesboro Central's head coach, Alan Bush. Be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
If you're stuck, then you're in luck. Call Tyler McDowell with In-Service Towing, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for quick, reliable service. When you find yourself in a bind, In-Service offers full-service towing and recovery services as well as vehicle lockouts, jump starts, and emergency roadside assistance. Family-owned, family-operated. When you need a hand, call In-Service Towing or ask for them by name. Serving Southern Tennessee and North Alabama. Phone number 931-843-9098 or visit inservicespecialties.com.
Dusty Kaiser goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
That right there.
And back here, Murfreesboro Central. Dusty's so excited he saw a stinger there on the air. You're not the redheaded stepchild anymore.
Oh, I'm still the redheaded stepchild. Just ask that guy over there producing us.
Not Crash?
Not Crash.
Stanley now over to Jackson in the corner for 3. Front iron, no. And tracking down the rebound is Jackson. Already 2 offensive rebounds in this possession for the Tigers. Johnson dribbles out of traffic, gets it knocked away. Stanley comes up with it.
Good.
And it's like a fumble in the NFL. Melton, tough shot up, no. And finally got that one to go in.
That's nothing you can do there, Dusty. Both teams fighting hard for it.
No, you can't, man. That's just good hustle by both teams.
Tennant with it, the left wing. Zone put on by Murfreesboro Central. A 2-3 zone. Now over to Scott. Scott skip pass over to Sophie Cole. Now over to Tennant.
Ooh.
Back over to Cole near the corner. Bounce pass over to Tennant. Tennant now over to King. King thought about 3. Now over to Tennant. She will try a 3.
Boom.
She hits it. She's got 6, and the Lady Cats have their largest lead of the game at 7.
Guys, that's such a beautiful shot. I don't know if people at home realize that, but she's got a sweet shot.
Lady Cats now 4 of 8 from beyond the arc. Jackson inside to Stanley. Stanley, turnaround jumper. Hits another.
I'm telling you,
you got to put a hand in her face. I mean, you got to.
She has got 9, and I don't think she's missed tonight.
No, she hasn't. No, she missed a foul shot.
Tennant now over to King, guarded by Jackson in the zone. Now Johnson. Bounce pass here to Cole. Bounce pass out to Scott. She'll try another 3. Back iron, no. And a rebound by McMillian. McMillian tracks it down to Johnson, knocked away by Sophie Cole, and will stay with the Tigers. Jenna Johnston now checking into the game here for the Lady Cats. And checking out will be Ryan Hughes.
I will say this, though, Dusty. I mean, the Lady Cats, they definitely have been shooting the ball, like you said, about making shots. And what Coach Scott has been saying all season, making shots, and they've definitely done that.
Oh, man, they're doing a great job.
Jackson with it now for the Tigers.
I think it's a little different defense than we've seen, is it not, AJ?
Yeah, kind of a matchup zone here, but this is more of a 2-3. And that one's just intercepted by Sophie Cole. 11th turnover by Murfreesboro Central. And that one almost stolen away by Johnson. Over to Tennant. She'll try another three. Almost banked it in. Stanley comes up with the rebound. She's got 5 so far on the night. Under 2 left to play in the first half. McMillian pulls up. Her three-point attempt's no good. Rebound Jackson. Her shot is up. No. She is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2. It'll go on J.C. Scott. That's her first and the team's 4th here in the second quarter. Murfreesboro Central 2 of 3 from the line so far. First shot on its way. Front iron, no good. Scheibel and Bram will check in for the Tigers. checking out Johnson. Stanley and Johnson. Next shot on its way. And that doesn't go. And a rebound by J.C. Scott.
Listen, let me tell you, that's got to make you mad, too.
Sophie Cole here at the left wing. Bounce pass over to J.C. Scott. Scott back out to Cole. Minute 30 left. Now here to Tennant. Tennant thought about 3. She'll drive, kicks out to Cole. Cole has at the top the key, guarded by McMillian over to Tennant. It's 2-3 zone again here by the Tigers. Now timeout's going to be called here by Wendy Scott. Going to be a 30-second timeout. Take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Lawrence County's used their first timeout of the game. Minute 15 left here in the opening half and a 5-point lead. Tennant now over to King. Bounce pass inside to Johnson. Down to Jason Scott. Right in. Shot up.
Great pass.
See?
That's what we talked about, Dusty, during the timeout.
They listen. They listen from up here.
Yep.
JC's got 13. It's a 7-point Lady Cat lead under a minute left. Jackson now over to Brand in the corner. Back out to Jackson. Here to McMillian in the corner. Back out to Jackson.
Just watch the backside down here, girls.
Melton now has it at the top of the key. That backside's kind of been open all night, and they've never taken advantage.
I know.
It's like they're trying to shade them there, and they're just not being able to get the ball to them.
They try to get it there, and they do to Brand. Brand on the low block kicks out to Melton. Melton drives the baseline. Pass here to McMillian in the corner. Now over to Jackson. Swings here to Brand. Brand's shot up, blocked, and knocked out of bounds by Scheibel, and we'll go the Lady Cats.
That's great rotation by the Lady Cats, being able to,
was great.
They moved that ball,
yes.
I'm telling you.
Johnston and King will check out as Pig and Sadie Grace will check back in. The original starting 5 now in for the Lady Cats with 20 seconds left to play in the half. Tennant over the timeline. 5 out here by the Lady Cats. So they will play for the final shot. Over to Cole. Swings over to Pig. Here to Tennant. 5 seconds left. She picks up her dribble. Now over to Sadie Grace. Now to J.C. Scott. Here to Tennant. 3 at the buzzer. Oh, no. And that one will end the first half. Lady Cats, 50% from the field. They lead it by 7 through 16 minutes of play. We'll take a minute break. Then we'll have boys head coach Bryce Cliff when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Asha. I go to Lawrenceburg Technical College, and I moved here a year ago from California. I wanted to be a cosmetologist and study hair, nails, and makeup. You should come join us at Lawrenceburg Technical College and learn all about cosmetology.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Joined here at halftime by boys head coach Bryce Clifton. Bryce, how excited are you after being snowed in for a week and a half to finally be back out here on the court tonight?
I am pumped. I know the guys are excited. It's so nice. I mean, we've been in the gym some, but it's been like, come if you can, stay home if your roads are bad. So we haven't had everybody to practice. I think tonight's the first night that we've actually had everybody all together, so it's fun. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm sure they're in the same boat where they haven't been able to do much either, so it may be ugly, but I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of things have you guys been able to do for those who have been here able to show up?
You know, like we haven't been able to go over like X's and O's and stuff because you got people missing everything, so really all we've done is we've got in the gym with the guys that could be here, and we've shot, and we've got up and down the floor. Like, we went back to running sprints this week, and those guys are like, what the crap? Why are we running? And I was like, because we're not playing games. I mean, we'll get out of shape quick because no telling how much these kids are eating when they're sitting at the house all day. So we just try to get back in shape a little bit and just get up down the floor and try to stay familiar with the basketball. That's all we really could do.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of hit on it. I was just going to ask, for you as a coach, preparation coming in to this crazy week we've had. So you just sit at home kind of when you can't come here and just kind of just think about it?
Watched a lot of film. I got that. Huddle is a beautiful thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So sometimes you can watch too much film, so I tried just to kind of like, I watched it and it kind of interrogated it once, and then I just kind of tried to watch and just kind of enjoy the games. But, I mean, it's going to be, we're about to, for the next 2 weeks, make up a lot of missed time. So, I mean, we can only talk about Central Magnet for a couple of days, and it's Tullahoma for a day, and then it's Giles County. So, I mean, but like I said, everybody's in the same boat. You can't make too many excuses because everybody's doing the same thing. So, we've got a lot of basketball. It's fun. I mean, those guys, if you ask them, they'd rather play than practice anyway. So, might as well get after it a little bit.
And I guess it is good. Excuse me. I guess it is good, though. We got a big long week this week, even though we're not in school. So, for y'all being at home, it does help not having to travel.
It does. It makes it nice for this week when we got 3 home games. Because when you got 3 games in a row, it don't matter if it's home or away. It's tiring, but home is better. But then, you know, on the road next week, we go 3 times, twice that we go over like an hour and a half. So, but I mean, I keep telling them, if we want to do what we want to do, then, I mean, this is just a bump in the road. So we just got to take care of business, go play basketball. I mean, it don't matter how many times you played. They've played the same amount, and you still got to go play the same game.
Tell us about the Central Magnet team. What should we expect here tonight?
They're big. That's the first thing you see is that they got like 3 kids that are 6'4", 6'5", in their starting lineup. It's the biggest team I think we've played, at least in their starting lineup is. I think they look a lot like us. I mean, we got some big old guys, and they got some big old guys. I hope that we like to run a little bit more than their big guys do. Try to use that to our advantage a little bit, but they're good. I mean, they got a point guard that's the leading scorer in school history, number 3. He is a lefty guard that when he comes across half court, he's in range. So it's just another thing. Like, we haven't played Central Magnet very much. We played them once last year in our Christmas tournament, but other than that, they're about to be a familiar opponent for the next few years. So we're going to come ready to play and get to know our opponent well.
Hey, Coach Bryce Cliff, thanks for joining us at halftime. We'll see you here in about an hour.
Good luck.
All right, coming up next here when we return, be the start of the second half of the girls' game here on the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit southerncraftmfg.com.
Rent-Right Equipment has all the tools you need to get the job done. From bobcats to trenchers to augers to lifts, we have a large variety of equipment for every project, big or small. Need a new mower? We have you covered there too. With great brands Hustler and Big Dog, Rent-Right is ready to serve all your equipment needs. Call today and reserve your equipment from Rent-Right Equipment in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Facing those challenges is easier together. That's why Jack Davis specializes in group insurance. Cover the most valuable aspect of your business, your employees, with coverage for life, accident, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision. Jack Davis can customize to meet every need. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987. Contact Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County. Providing banking for every stage of life since 1934, Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street, next to the courthouse.
Are you looking for the perfect refrigerator? What about a new stove or washer or dryer? It only makes sense to shop at the one place that specializes in appliances, top to bottom, big or small. And that's Kelly Appliance in Lawrenceburg. Kelly Appliance is home to all major name brands, including LG. LG makes life good with a full selection of refrigerators, cooking appliances, dishwashers, microwaves, and more, including appliances made right here in Tennessee. Family owned and family operated. Stop by Kelly Appliance on Jerry Street in Lawrenceburg today.
And back here at the Ralph, getting ready to start the second half. The Lady Cats leading Murfreesboro Central 28-21. Take a look at the first half stats. Lady Cats 11 of 22 from the field, 4-11 from 3, 2 of 5 from the free throw line. J.C. Scott led all scorers with 13 for the Tigers, 9 of 17 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 2 of 5 from the line. The Tigers had 11 turnovers to Lawrence County's 4. Lawrence County 10 points off the turnovers to the Tigers 2. Second chance, Lawrence County 6. Murfreesboro Central 2. Points in the paint, Lady Cats 12 to Murfreesboro Central 8. And rebounding-wise, the Tigers are leading the Lady Cats 15-7. Original starting 5 in here for both sides as we get things going. As Sophie Cole here has it, she will drive, open lane, runner up, no. And a rebound by Stanley comes up with a rebound. Bring it the other side, Melton. And that one's tipped out of bounds off the official.
The coach has to get out of the way.
And the coach is now going pretty much next to his own cheerleaders here. Johnson, that pass thrown to Sadie
Good
Grace.
job. Oh,
turnover, and then
bad
they
pass.
turn it over, their 5th. Johnson with it here for the Tigers. Pressure comes from Tennant. Now over to Jackson inside the Stanley. That pass knocked away by J.C. Scott. Johnson saves it from going out of bounds. Inside the Brand. Brand on the low block. Turns around. Runner up, no. And a rebound here by Sophie Cole.
Great defense there by Cammie Pig.
Yes, it was.
Tennant, and she will travel. Team 6 turnover. McMillian set the check in here for the Tigers.
I think Coach Scott let them know about these turnovers real fast.
Yeah.
Johnson checking out here. 3 turnovers by both sides combined in just the first 50 seconds.
Yeah.
Jackson, skip pass over to McMillian. Now over to Jackson. Jackson here to Stanley in the middle. She'll drive, scoop shot up, no. And a rebound by Jackson. Kicks out here to McMillian. She'll try a 3, no. And a rebound by Brandt. And a foul will be called against Lawrence County.
We'll call it on Sadie Grace.
That'll be her 3rd.
Will be her 3rd.
Yeah, you said it right there. No, there's no boxing out.
Yeah.
Fundamentals.
Hughes will check in, and checking out will be Sadie Grace. Getting into an open McMillian. She'll try a 3. Hits it. And it's a 4-point game. McMillian's first points. Tennant brings it up the court. 2-3 zone here by the Tigers. Bounce pass over to J.C. Scott. Swings over to Pig, and the pass just a bit too hot and out of her range. 3rd turnover in the first minute and a half of the 3rd quarter.
They're going to settle down.
Jackson with it now for the Tigers. Now over to Stanley. Stanley's going to try a 3. That misses, but McMillian is there for the rebound and the putback, and now Wendy Scott's going to call a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break with them as well here on the X Sports Network.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Back here at the Ralph, Murfreesboro Central. 5-0 run here to start the second half. Lady Gads still lead by 2. Sophie Cole here dribbling to her right. Picks up her dribble, bounce pass to J.C. Scott. Scott now over to Pig. Pig to the top of the key inside the Ryan Hughes, and that one's stolen away by Brand. 4th turnover in the second half, 8 for the game. Melton here to Jackson. Jackson loses this one, regains possession. Picks up her dribble again. Now out to Melton. Melton, skip pass over to McMillian. Inside the Stanley. Stanley jumper up. Front iron, no. A rare miss. Tennant comes up with a rebound. And she is a jump ball called. That will go over to Murfreesboro Central. McMillian tying her shoe.
Unbelievable.
Don't want to get burned on that backside again.
Brand with it, the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Kicks out to Jackson. Jackson inside the Stanley. Stanley here to McMillian. Thought about a 3. That one's knocked away by Hughes. Will stay with the Tigers. 5:25 remaining in the 3rd period. Inside here, Jackson out of the Melton in the corner. Guarded closely by Pig. Skip pass over to McMillian. She'll drive the baseline. Found a way to get the Stanley. Kicks out here to Jackson. She'll try a 3. Hits it. And the Tigers lead 29-28.
You know, Dusty, it looks like, you know, we mentioned it in the first quarter, or the first half in general, Central Magnet, they didn't look at the backside at all. Now it's like that's where their offense is.
They're focused on that backside. And our girls are not moving.
Pig with it, now over to Tennant. Tennant, like you said, waiting for the play to develop here. Skip pass over to Cole. Cole, a skip pass over to Scott. Scott will drive. Runner up, no. She is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot 2. That will go on Brand as Brand will pick up her second and the team's first here in the third quarter. A pair of free throws coming up for J.C. Scott. She leads all scorers with 13. Lady Cats so far 2 of 5 on the night from the line. First shot on its way, hits it. Tied up here at 29. And the next shot on its way. And rolls that one in. She hits them both. She's got 15. Lady Cats retake the lead at 30-29. Melton over the timeline, gets a screen from Stanley. Actually ran into Stanley momentarily. Yeah. Over to Jackson, now to Stanley. Over to McMillian. Inside the Stanley. Stanley shot up in the paint, can't get it to go. And J.C. Scott comes up with a rebound. Scott brings her over the timeline. Here to Tennant, she's open in the corner. She'll try three, corner iron, no. And Brand. And now a timeout will be called here by Murfreesboro Central's Alan Bush. Will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
AJ Good goes the distance for local sports on the X Sports Network.
Back here at the Ralph, 4:10 remaining in the third. Lady Cats lead by 1 as Murfreesboro Central has used its second timeout, each side, 3 remaining. Dusty Kaiser stepping out to go see his son's basketball game. Will be back at some point during the boys' game. Melton now over to Stanley. Here to Melton, over to Jackson. Keely Frazier into the game here for the Lady Cats. Jackson. Hands over to McMillian, back out to Jackson. Skip pass over to McMillian. McMillian, skip pass over to Jackson. She'll try corner three, back iron, no. And J.C. Scott Jenna Johnston going to come up with a rebound. Lady Cats here going to push it ahead. Scott here to Frazier in the corner for 3. Rattles out, no. And coming up with the rebound is Brand. And then loses it out of bounds to Lawrence County.
Good hustle there by J.C. Scott. Was able to get her hand in there and then just tipped out of bounds, and it was off of Brand, and it will stay with the Lady Cats under their own basket.
Scott gets it in the Sophie Cole. Now over to Johnston. Johnson over to Cole. She'll try a 3. Corner iron, no. And another fight for the rebound. Scott going to come up with it and then loses this to McMillian. McMillian slows it down. Hands it over to Melton. Melton will set up the play. Under 3 left here in the third. Now over to McMillian in the corner. Into Stanley, knocked away by Frazier. Actually goes off Stanley's hands. And now actually they are going to reset it and give it back to Murfreesboro Central. Good call there by the officials.
Yeah.
Cammie Pigg will now come in the game back into the game for the Lady Cats as Sadie Grace Cole will check out. Melton takes it out the left of the basket, gets it into Jackson. Jackson at the left wing. Guarded here by Sophie Cole. Jackson kicks out the McMillian. She'll try a 3. That misses. And Jackson tried to save it, but tipped it over to Johnston. Now over to J.C. Scott. Scott here to Frazier. Back out to Scott. J.C. drives, picks up her dribble. Kicks out to Cammie Pigg here for 3. She hits it! She's got 8, and the Lady Cats lead is out the 4.
And good job there, AJ, by J.C. Scott was able to drive middle, and they collapsed in on J.C. She had 3 people on. She just kicked it out to Cammie Pigg for the 3.
Best ball movement here so far of the second half for the Lady Cats. McMillian over to Brand. Just her first made field goal here in the second half. Brand will drive, kicks out to Melton. Melton now over to Jackson. Jackson will try 3. Rattles out, no. Rebound, J.C. Scott. Scott now with 6. She'll bring it up the court. Lady Cats got numbers. Scott here to Pigg. Pigg drives, kicks out the Cole. Swings over to Frazier. She's open for 3. She hits it! Her first three-pointer. Lady Cats lead by 7. Now 6 of 16 from beyond the arc, compared to 3 of 12, which has been the difference in this game so far. Melton in the corner for 3. Rattles out. Rebound, Jackson goes up. She is fouled and should go to the line here to shoot 2. That's going to go on Frazier. Her first and just the team's second of the third quarter. Pair of free throws coming up for Bethany Jackson. Got 3 points so far tonight. Tigers 2 of 5 from the line. First free throw here the second half, and she makes it. Tennant back into the game. Checking out is Johnston. Brand out, and Johnson back in for the Tigers. And she hits them both. She's got 5. Lead is down to 5. Tennant will bring it up the court here for the Lady Cats. Again, a 2-3 zone by the Tigers over to Pig. Now to Frazier in the corner. Down low to Scott. Scott in the paint. Turns. Left-handed shot off the glass and in.
There we go. It was there. She had Stanley. It was like the exact same move. The first play that Kimmy Pig did, and J.C. Scott did the exact same thing, spin it to the left side.
Scott's got 17. The lead's back out to 7. McMillian, pull-up jumper. Can't get that one to go. Frazier comes up with the rebound. Tennant brings it up the court. Lady Cats still now just shooting a hair below 50%. 40 seconds left here in the third quarter.
They're going to extend that 2-3 zone, AJ.
Tennant, trap comes, bounce pass over to Frazier. Now to Scott. Here to Cole. Was open, but I think they're going to try to play for the final shot. Scott here over to Tennant at the Lawrence County logo. Now over to Scott. Excuse me, it's Cole. She'll try a 3. She hits it! She's got 5. It's a 10-point lead. Melton over the timeline. 10 seconds left. Runner up. Shot up. No, but she is fouled and she'll go to the line here to shoot 2.
I'm telling you, AJ, the first 4 minutes of this third quarter, between these last 4 minutes of the third quarter, night and day.
Night and day. Lady Cats a 10-point lead, their largest of the game. Melton here will go to the line to shoot 2. She's got 8 so far on the night. First shot on its way, it's good. No subs from either side. Next shot up, hits them both. And she's in the double figures with 10 to lead the Tigers. 9 seconds left here in the third. Tennant with it. Press put on by the Tigers. Pig. 5 seconds left. Bounce pass over to Scott. 3 seconds. JC over the timeline. 3 at the buzzer. No, and that one will end the third quarter. After 24 minutes of play, the Lady Cats lead by 8. We'll have the start of the fourth when we return here on the X Sports Network.
Whether you're shopping in Lawrenceburg, Loretto, Summertown, or Mount Pleasant, Tegan's Food Stores has you covered with the best quality food at the best prices. From Cash Saver to Superama and CB Foods, stop by your neighborhood Tegan's Food Store today.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie, and we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back at the Ralph here to start the fourth quarter. Lady Cats lead at 41-33. They'll have the ball here to start the final 8 minutes of play. Cole gets it in the Tennant. Same lineups that ended the third quarter, still in for both sides. Tennant guarded by McMillian. Goes backdoor to Sophie Cole and loses it out of bounds to Murfreesboro Central. The 11th turnover by the Lady Cats.
Yeah, and I'm assuming, AJ, just off that first possession on the defensive side for Murfreesboro Central, they've jumped into a man-to-man at this point.
Get it over to Jackson. Jackson picks up her dribble over to Johnson in the corner. Skip pass over to McMillian. That's Melton in the corner, guarded by Cole. She'll drive, and a foul here called against Tinnen. Cabry's second, team's first here of the fourth quarter. Melton takes it out the left of the basket. In the Jackson. Jackson will try three. She hits it. She's got 8, and the lead's down to 5. Tigers now 4 of 14 from beyond the arc. Sophie Cole over the timeline. 45 seconds into the final frame. Bounce pass over to Cammie Pigg. Pigg here at the top of the key. She'll pull up for 3. Hits it! Big answer from Cammie Pigg. She's in the double figures with 11.
And that's her second three-pointer in a row for her as well.
Stanley. That pass knocked away by Sophie Cole. Stay with the Tigers. Melton taking it out here to the deep left corner. Has an open Jackson for 3. That rattles out no. And a rebound by J.C. Scott. She's got 7. Brings it up the court quickly. Pulls up. Has Sophie Cole. Swings over to Pigg. She'll try another 3. She hits it.
She is on fire.
And a timeout called by Allen Bush. It's going to be a full timeout. We will take that break as well here on the X Sports Network.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
Are you looking for a non-factory job environment? Livingstone Freight Solutions is a 3PL company that began managing warehouses in Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi. With our multiple shifts and experienced management team, our goal is to give you, as an employee, a safe family work environment and competitive wages. We offer a wide variety of employment opportunities from forklift drivers to management level positions. We also strive to offer a competitive benefit package and PTO options. For more information or to apply, visit us at livingstonefs.com or give us a call at 931-269-3255.
And back here at the Ralph, Murfreesboro Central has used its third timeout. Lead this one as the Lady Cats lead at 47-36. Laney K. King is checked back into the game here for Sophie Cole. Johnson with it now for the Tigers, over to Jackson. Inside to an open Stanley. Stanley gets fouled here by Cammie Pigg. And she'll go to the line here to shoot 2. Much to the dismay of the Lawrence County faithful.
I agree with him.
Stanley here on the line to shoot 2. She's got 9 points so far in the night, and hits the front iron, no good. Ryan Hughes now will check into the game for the Lady Cats. And checking out will be Keely Frazier. That was just the first foul on Pigg, team's second of the fourth quarter. Next shot on its way, and she hits that one, so she's in the double figures with 10. Tie for the team lead with Melton. 10-point Lady Cat lead, 6:20 remaining in the game. Tennant over the timeline, now over to Cammie Pigg at the left wing. Pigg, now to J.C. Scott. Scott kicks out the Tennant. Here to Pigg. Thought about a 3, drives to the baseline, and will get fouled by Johnson. Be her first and the team's first of the fourth quarter, as seeing her first action of the night. Reese Martin will come in for Johnson. Get in the Pigg. Pigg drives into the paint, kicks out the King. King will try a 3 off the side of the backboard, and coming up the rebounds, J.C. Scott. Here to Cammie Pigg. Back out to Scott, and the Lady Cats reset the play. Over to Pigg in the corner, dribbles out. Now over to Scott. And tries to hand over to Tennant, knocked away by McMillian. And McMillian right-handed layup off the glass and in. She's got 7, leads down to 8. 5:35 remaining. Tennant over the timeline. McMillian all over her again. Tennant spins out of traffic, picks up her dribble, out of Scott. Scott, and here to Hughes. Hughes drives, and she will get fouled. Second team foul against Murfreesboro Central, and that will go on Stanley. That's her third. Really the only one in foul trouble from either side. Scott taking it out, gets it in the Pig. Pig drives, right-handed layup. No, she is fouled. She'll go to the line here to shoot two. That will go on Martin, her first and the team's third. They've picked up 3 quick fouls in the last about 40 seconds of the game.
And in doing so, I mean, you're 2 fouls away from the bonus, and these free throws are crucial now to extend this lead.
First free throw from Pig on its way, hits it. Next free throw on its way. Rattles them both home, and she has got 16 points. Sadie Grace Cole will check in for Pig. Lady Cats lead back out the 10.
Lady Cats going to jump into a press now.
Jackson with it. They're guarding Melton closely. Something Lady Cats are really good at doing is putting someone on your best player. Stanley with it. Over to McMillian in the corner. Back out, almost intercepted by King. Jackson drives. Now here to McMillian. She'll try a three. Hits it. She's had a big second half. She's in the double figures with 10, leads down to 7.
Yeah, that's just one thing, AJ. Can't let that happen. Those skip passes and wide open on the left wing.
Tennant now over to King. King looking for somebody. Eventually finds J.C. Scott. Now timeout will be called by Wendy Scott here for Lawrence County. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
What really matters during the ball game? How would you like to play blindfolded and with earplugs? Be kind of difficult, wouldn't it? Yet many people are walking through life spiritually like that. In Acts 28 and verse 27, Paul quotes from Isaiah 6, "For these people's hearts have grown dull, and their ears they can barely hear, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart and turn, and I would heal them." Don't go through life spiritually blindfolded with earplugs. See and hear God. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
And back here at the Ralph, Lady Cats have earned their third timeout. Lead by 7 with 4:34 remaining. Lady Cats with the ball. Hughes here to J.C. Scott. Scott into the paint. Right-handed layup. Can't get it to go. Ryan Hughes skies for the rebound.
Don't tell me they're going to call that.
They are going to call it on Ryan Hughes. That's her third and the team's third of the fourth quarter.
Nobody boxed her out, though.
Well, we had a different definition.
Yeah, I guess.
Hughes knocks that one out of bounds. Good defense there by the freshman. Martin taking it out, gets it in the Stanley. And that pass over to McMillian. McMillian kicks out to Jackson. Now in the Stanley, and that one can't be handled. Sadie Grace Cole rips it away, and then she's fouled. 14 turnover by the Tigers, and that one will go on Martin. She picks up her second, team's fourth of the fourth quarter. Now a foul away from the two-shot bonus. Tennant will bring it up the court. The 7-point lead as we reach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Bounce pass over to Hughes. Inside to Sadie Grace on the low block. Cole back out through Sophie. Now to Hughes at the top of the key, over to Tennant. Tennant works it down low to Hughes, knocked away by Stanley. And will stay with the Lady Cats. Pig back into the game, and Sadie Grace will check out. Martin is out and Johnson back in for the Tigers. Scott inside the Hughes. Hughes tough shot up. No, she is fouled by Stanley. She'll go the line here to shoot 2. 4th on Stanley, and now the team's 5th. First shot on its way from Hughes. Hits it, nothing but net. Clutch free throws here. Lady Cats are going to need them here down the stretch. Next shot. Off the back iron, no, and an offensive rebound by J.C. Scott. Scott, here to Cammie Pig. She'll try a 3. Corner iron, no. And now a foul here called against Johnson.
That'll be her second of the ball game now.
And Tennant will go to the line to shoot 2.
Just like we said earlier, AJ, they're crucial. You got an 8-point lead. You got a chance to make it the 10-point lead with only 3:35 left in this ball game.
Both sides 7 of 11 from the line. First shot here from Tennant, rattles in and out. Next shot on its way. She nothing but net. She hits 1 of 2. She's got 7. Lead is out to 9. 3:30 remaining. Melton over the timeline. Gets a screen here from Stanley. Now guarded by Pig and Tennant. Here to Jackson. Now to Stanley. Stanley spins in the paint. Tough shot up. No. Gets her own rebound. Then loses that one to J.C. Scott. And then Stanley's going to pick up her 5th foul. So she will have to check out. And Bram will check back in. Good game there by Madison Stanley. Checks out with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Now J.C. Scott here, the line to shoot 2. First shot on its way. Doesn't get the friendly bounce. Next shot up. Doesn't get friendly bounce there either. Johnson with the rebound. Lady Cats now 8 of 15 from the line. Johnson kicks here to McMillian. She's in the corner for 3. She hits another. She leads the Tigers with 13. Another timeout here called by Murfreesboro Central. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take that break as well on the X Sports Network.
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up on cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
Back at the Ralph, 3 minutes left to play. Lady Cats with the 6-point lead. Cammie Pig over to J.C. Scott. Scott drives, dishes to an open Ryan Hughes off the glass and in, and the lead's back out to 8. Nice pass from Scott. Hughes now with 5. Much needed bucket by the Lady Cats. McMillian in the corner. And that one's kicked away by J.C. Scott. Melton taken out the right of the basket, now in the McMillian. McMillian layup up, no. Bram with the rebound.
Got a box out there.
Now a foul will be called. It's on Tennant. That's her 3rd and the team's 4th. Brand has really crashed hard on the offensive boards here so far tonight.
She has.
Melton gets the inbound, brings it back out the Lawrence County logo. 2:25 remaining. Lawrence County double teaming Melton, gets it in the Brand. Brand Kicks out the McMillian. She's open in the corner for three. Off the corner iron, no. And Bram with another offensive rebound. And stolen away by J.C. Scott, and she is fouled by Jackson. That's her second. And a pair of free throws coming up for J.C. Scott. #16 turnover against Murfreesboro Central. First shot from Scott, rattles home. 10-point lead. 9-point, excuse me, my bad. Next shot, now it's a 10-point.
Yeah, there we go, now it's a 10-point lead. Sounded like me earlier in the JV game.
Ryan Hughes checks out, Sadie Grace Gold checks in. It's just jumping the gun, hey, that's all he's doing. 55-45, 2:05 remaining. Jackson in the corner with it for the Tigers. And a travel called against Jackson. That'll make it 17 turnovers against Murfreesboro Central. Tigers still going to apply this 2-2-1 press. Tennant now over to Sadie Grace, over to Pig. Pig now over to Tennant. Now to J.C. Scott, 3-on-1 the other way. Scott picks up her dribble over to Pig. Now to Scott. Now to Tennant in the corner. And they'll bring it back out, reset the play, and try to milk some clock. The 10-point lead.
Yeah, they're going to start jumping the passing lane, so that's a good time for people to just go back door and try to cut to the basket.
J.C. drives, right-handed layup, no, and a rebound by McMillian. Now, what a nice pass here from Jackson. McMillian can't get it to go, comes up with her own rebound, though. And that one almost stolen away. Jackson will try a three, hits it.
Wow, that's pure.
She's in the double figures with 11. And another timeout here called by Murfreesboro Central. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here for the time being, as they've got actually none remaining after that. So, Hayden, they got to win it here at the line. You know that they're going to probably foul, try to get in some of those passing lanes, and Lady Cats are going to have to hit some clutch shots here down the stretch.
Absolutely, just hitting shots, but also hitting free throws. Central Magnet, they're in the, they got 5 fouls, so Lawrence County's in the bonus, but also Lawrence County, they've got 4 fouls, so they don't need to pick up a cheat one or just foul in general to put Central Magnet in the bonus. So, there's still a ball game left. I believe there's a minute 51 left, and both these teams are 2-0, and they don't really want to take a loss at this point because, it's clutch. It's clutch time, and the district is here. So you want to just make sure you play these last minute 51 seconds of your late class pretty clean and just come out with a win.
Jackson's three now puts 4 Tigers in double figures. Pig now over to Sadie Grace, back to Pig. And she'll get her over the timeline. Minute 15 left, over to 10 in the corner. Now to J.C. Scott, and Scott is fouled by Jackson. Picks up her third. Another pair of free throws coming up for J.C. Scott. First shot on its way. Hits it. Next shot. Hits that one as well. She's got 21 to lead all scores. 12 and 19 from the line. Melton, that one. Ooh, Pig can't come up with it. Will stay with the Tigers.
Hey, I'll take it, though. Down on the floor for the hustle there.
Martin gets it to Jackson. It's actually a pretty good pass.
Yeah.
Jackson, pressure, tries to throw it off Sadie Grace, and fight for the loose ball, be a jump ball that will stay with Murfreesboro Central.
But hey, you know what? Good news now, because now if there's another jump ball, it's going to be your basketball now. So good heads up there. You're trying to get a steal, but also good heads up to get a hold of that ball and get the jump ball as well.
McMillian's open in the corner for three. Back iron, no. And it hits the stanchion and goes out of bounds. The Lady Cats. Pig will take it out. And now we're going to get a foul called here against Martin. She fouls Sophie Cole. That's her third. So we waited to the final quarter to get the 5+ foul free throws. It was actually a pretty clean game on both sides heading into this fourth quarter, but we knew the intensity was going to ramp up a bit.
Yeah, especially in, a game like this where both teams are on a hot streak. They're finally back for playing basketball in general.
Sophie Cole hits the first. Next shot on its way off the front of the iron, no. Jackson comes up with a rebound. Cole now with 6. It's a 10-point game, 45 seconds remaining. Melton the other way. Pass here to Martin, swings over to Johnson. Johnson will try a 3, hits it. She's got 5, and the lead's down to 7. Pig looking for somebody, and a timeout here called by Wendy Scott. Just keep it here for the time being. Looks like a 30-second timeout. And the Lady Cats here got to be mindful with 32 seconds remaining that just get the ball in, find somebody, and do what you can to milk as much clock as possible.
Absolutely, they have to foul at this point. Obviously, if you're Central Magnet, you're going to try to get a tie up. Well, it's going to stay with Lawrence County, so you really want to get a tie where you're going to try to get a steal, and if not, you're going to have to foul as soon as possible. But I'm assuming, more than likely, that timeout was called just to get the ball in and just, get it across the timeline and just have them foul you in general. So, it's going to be tough for Central Magnet to come back from this, but, both of these teams are really good teams. Obviously, we see it on the records, and they're both been playing very well before the break we've had with the snow and weather in general.
Well, J.C. Scott will now take it out for the Lady Cats. They have just one timeout remaining. They're going to go football pass to a wide open Cami Pig, loses it, and just holds on to it wisely. Instead of trying to do too much, and then, speaking of, an interception by McMillian. The layup up, no, knocked out of bounds, and will stay with Murfreesboro Central.
What a pass and what a play drawn up there by Coach Scott as well.
It's wide open, 21 seconds remaining. Tigers with the ball. Skip pass, stolen away by J.C. Scott.
That's a foul.
And she will get fouled in the process here by Martin. That's her 4th. J.C. with 21 already on the night. Don't know how many steals she has, but certainly has a lot. First free throw on its way, hits it. Clutch. Laney K. King will now come in for Tennant. Next shot up and in. Hits them both. She's got 23. Leads now to 9 with 20 seconds left. Melton will pull up for 3. Hits
my goodness.
10 seconds now left in the game. They get over to Sadie Grace. Bounce pass to Scott. Over to Tennant. 5 seconds left. Tennant gets over to Sadie Grace. Throws over the timeline. That will do it. The Lady Cats improve to 11-8 overall, 3-0 within the district. Murfreesboro Central drops to 13-8 and overall 2-1 within the district. J.C. Scott led all scores with 23. Cami Pig had 16 for Murfreesboro Central. 4 scores in double figures, led by Melton and McMillian with 13. Final thoughts here on the game tonight. Hayden.
Well, obviously, great job by the Lady Cats. Obviously being on break for almost 2 weeks now, not being able to have any games and not being able to practice a lot of times, and then, may not have everybody at practice, but hey, they came ready to play. I think everybody was ready to get out of the house, and, finally being able to be back in the Ralph just play basketball and some district play against a very good Central Magnet team. I'm sure we'll be seeing them once again at Central Magnet, obviously, but also in the district as well. So good game by the Lady Cats as they improved to 11-8 and 3-0 in the district. So they got to be at the top, and just big shout out and good win for them overall.
Coming up next will be the boys' game here between the Tigers and the Wildcats. That is next here on the X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.